And now we'll move on to our district judge candidates for Division 11-2. And just a note, in accordance with the constitutional requirement of an independent judiciary, judges are nonpartisan positions. District judges preside over the district court. The district court handles juvenile matters, city and county ordinances, misdemeanors, violations, traffic offenses, probate of wills, arraignments, felony probable cause hearings, small claims involving $2,500 or less, civil cases involving $5,000 or less, voluntary and involuntary mental commitments, and cases relating to domestic violence and abuse. District judges serve a term of 4 years. Our first candidate is from Lebanon, Jude A. Hagan.
Thank you for having me. My name's Jude Hagan. I've lived most of my 55 years next door in Marion County, but I've been coming over to Washington County and Springfield for 25 years practicing law. Those two numbers make me not just the most experienced, but the oldest candidate running for judge. Those two numbers in and of themselves mean nothing, but what they do reflect is the experience and hopefully the wisdom that I've gained not just in the courtroom, but in life. And that is why I'm running for district judge, because I believe that with my experience, my temperament, hopefully the knowledge that I've gained, I would be the best person to effectively run our district court. I stand before you not with an agenda. I am not one of these, like these fellow candidates who are up here who are running for magistrate. I'm seeking to be a judge, and as a judge, I'm ethically bound to follow the law, and that's what I will do if I'm elected. What I have to offer you, instead of an agenda, is my commitment to service, and whether it's service in the United States Navy, to the scout troop that I ran, to the church that I served as parish council, or what I'm most proud of is the transitional housing of Central Kentucky, where we are attempting to find a suitable home placement for people getting out of jail. Because when they get out of jail and have a place to stay, hopefully they can avoid that backslide into drugs and alcohol. And I think that's how we most effectively fight the drug problem that plagues us. Because when we help them live a sober life, we help them, not only them, but their families and their children. And my commitment to service is my commitment to justice. You may have heard my radio advertisement. Ask someone who knows me. I believe they will tell you that I can follow the law and still treat people with dignity and respect. And I believe that's what being a district judge is all about. And I would appreciate your vote. Thank you.
From Lebanon, that's District Judge candidate Jude A. Hagan.
Next candidate from Campbellsville, let's welcome Mike Hall, Jr.
Good evening. On May 22nd, there's going to be an important election that's going to take place where the citizens of Greene, Taylor, Marion, and Washington County are going to elect a new district judge. And that's an important decision. My name is Mike Hall, and I want you to know who you're voting for. I'm a family man. I've been married to my wife for 24 years, Janine, father to our 3 children, Cooper, Griffin, and Truman. I'm a small business owner. I've grown, owned, and operated a successful law practice in Central Kentucky since 1993. I'm a servant to the courts. While I was in law school, I began serving as a pretrial officer in Fayette County, where I did intake. I guess everybody was arrested on Saturday and Sunday in Fayette County, and took criminal complaints for everybody that had a complaint about those that was arrested. I've been a district judge. I've been a circuit and Supreme Court law clerk. I'm presently a master commissioner, and that's in addition to my quarter century of practice experience in the district courts. I'm a public servant. In addition to those elected positions, I've served 7 terms on Campbellsville City Council. I've been a library trustee. I've probably coached 35 youth sports teams. I'm a church elder. I'm a past master of the lodge. I'm a JC. I've been a chamber president, among many other things. It's that service, not just, we all have a ton of experience. Okay, we're lawyers, we've been to law school, but it's that practical experience of being embedded in your communities, knowing the needs of families and children, having the legal experience to be able to do the job. And of course, I'm the only candidate that has prior judicial experience. But in addition to that, my public service has given me a much better handle on understanding the needs of our communities and families and children. And of course, what we do in district court, it's people court. You deal with lawyers, you deal with people wearing suits, but mostly we deal with people, and we deal with families, and we deal with children, and we deal with small businesses, and we try to find solutions. And it's that experience that helps us do that better. You know, being in Washington County, I'm reminded of an old Lincoln quote that says, if I've got 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'm going to spend 4 hours sharpening my axe. I've been sharpening my axe for a quarter century, and this is a job I want to do. I was a good judge before. It's been 20 years. I'm 50 now. My wife seems to think that she's imparted a little more wisdom on me. But I'd ask for your vote and support on May 22nd. Thank you.
Candidate for District Judge from Campbellsville, Mike Hall, Jr.
District Judge candidate from Campbellsville, Luke Lawless.
Good evening. I'm Luke Lawless, candidate for District Judge. I currently live in Taylor County. I'm out in the Saloma community with my wife, Rebecca, and last week we celebrated 11 years together as a couple, so we're excited about that. I want to be your district judge because we need somebody who's focused on our community. And I can say with certainty that now, currently, I am involved in my community in Taylor County. I am a coach for our Upward Basketball League, which is our Little League Basketball League in Taylor County. I also currently coach Campbellsville Youth Soccer, and I just recently coached the Taylor County High School boys soccer team. And I try to teach these kids more than just what the game is about. I think that's very important. Obviously, the youth are the future of our community. I also currently serve on the board of the Wings Express program in Campbellsville. That's a program through the Campbellsville Elementary School, and it's an after-school program that is designed to give the students a place to go after school. We provide them with something to eat, we provide them with assistance in their homework, and we provide them with a craft or a game, something to stimulate their brains after school and give them something else to do before they go home. Proud to be involved in that program, and it's been a great success. I'm also actively involved in my church. I serve on the parking team and as an usher at Three Trees Church in Campbellsville. I'm on the board for Campbellsville Chamber of Commerce. I also am a member of Campbellsville Rotary Club, and we have recently made a push there in Campbellsville as part of our Rotary Club that we're going to focus our service projects on our youth, and again, very excited about doing that. I also want to be your district judge because I have the experience and the knowledge to serve you in that capacity. When I started my legal career, I started as a public defender, and I did that with the very purpose of spending a lot of time in the courtroom, specifically the district courtroom. And I started out spending 4 days a week, sometimes 5, in the district courtroom handling all types of different cases. I handled adult cases, I handled juvenile cases. Fast forward to the present, I'm a sole practitioner. I practice for myself, I have my own office. I've been by myself practicing for a period of 4 years now. And in terms of my time in district court, nothing's changed. I'm still in district court 3 or 4 times a week. I handle adult cases, I handle juvenile cases, and I handle every other type of case that the district court judge has jurisdiction to hear. But above all else, I want to be your district judge because I have the passion for the position. I want to help rehabilitate those that seem to be lost in our system. I want to find a way to make these people productive members of society again. Thank you.
From Campbellsville, District Judge candidate Luke Lawless.
Now District Judge candidate from Lebanon, here is Don L. McCauley.
Good evening, everyone. Let's get real here. All these guys, they're all qualified to do the jobs that they're here to run for. All these attorneys are qualified. Any attorney with 4 years' experience is qualified to do this job. But let me tell you, I will do this job well. I will do this job better than any of my opponents if you elect me, because I care about this community, about Marion County, about Washington County, about Taylor County, about Greene County, and about the kids in these counties. What I tell you, voters of Washington County, Kentucky, is that you need a candidate who cares about that. Everybody can stand up here and tell you all about their experience. We've all got experience. We've all done things, as Mr. Hall said. We all have that. What I have to offer you is that I care about our children, and I care about whether they're on drugs, and I care about all the drugs in this community, and I care about raising my kids, 4 of them, by the way, in a community that doesn't have the drug problem that we have today. The district court judge handles about 40% of our time we spend dealing with families, with EPOs, DVOs, and with juvenile proceedings in which children who are abused or neglected are before our court, juvenile delinquents are before our court, and we need a judge who will take the time out of her life to walk off that bench, look that child in the eye and say, this has to stop. We have to make a change. If we keep doing the same things that we're doing right now, the drug problem's going to keep going up and up and up. And I'm going to tell you right now, we have 25,000 people almost in the Commonwealth of Kentucky that are incarcerated right now. It costs us $30,000 a year to incarcerate a person in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And my math says that's $750 million that we're spending on incarcerating people. Why don't we do something different? Let's not do the same thing that we're doing every single time. Everybody gets up here and tells you the same thing every time. I've never been involved in politics before, so nobody told me what I was supposed to come up here and say. I say what's on my mind. And what's on my mind is this drug problem and these kids. And what I see is an opportunity for a district court judge to take the time to make a difference. The other thing the district court judge does is needs to work with everybody. I think Mr. Hall has said in the past that this takes a whole community, takes a village to raise children. It takes 2 district court judges, and we have to. And I've spent the time to talk to the other district court judge, Judge Anderson, to make sure that we can work as a team to make the changes that need to be changed and to make a difference and to make these kids understand that this drug problem has to stop. I'm Dawn McCauley. I'm running for district judge. I live in Marion County, and I have 4 kids, and I ask that you support me to do something different than what we always do. Thank you.
Candidate for district judge from Lebanon, Dawn L. McCauley.
District Judge candidate from Campbellsville, Jeremy Ansel Wood.
Good evening. Thank you all for attending this evening. I'd like to thank our host, the Dominican Sisters of Peace, as well as our sponsors for the night's function and forum. I am Jeremy Wood. I am running for District Judge, Division 2, and I am running because I believe I bring something unique in the way of experience and perspective that would serve the community well. I've been a prosecutor. I've been a defense attorney. I've practiced numerous types of civil cases, from divorce, adoption, land disputes, various types of personal injury cases. I've been appointed as a guardian ad litem. I've had guardian ad litem training. I've attended the Prosecutors Institute to develop my skills as a litigator and learn those basic courtroom skills that we all need. I have been active in my community. I have served as currently serving as chamber president in Taylor County and Campbellsville. I am active in the Heaston House Foundation, which is a historical preservation organization. I'm also active on the Central Kentucky Arts Series board. I believe in service. This is a service job. We've all heard the candidates talk about service as part of this job. You're electing us to do something for you. And that is a multitude of things when you talk about district court. It's not just about juvenile court. That's very important. It's also about issues regarding mental health. It's also about speeding tickets. It's also about probate and estates. There are various roles that the district court serves, and I believe that all of those are important. Everyone deserves to be heard. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. We have to demand respect for the bench and the system and all the participants, but we also have to show that respect. I think that's very important in this role. It also goes to the demeanor of the particular person that you select. And I believe respect, compassion for the people you see, fairness, letting everyone have a chance to be heard, as well as treating everyone equally, regardless of their sex, their race, their color, their creed. That does not play into the determinations that we make. Everyone deserves to be treated fairly. I am a lifelong member of this community, and when I say this community, I grew up in Campbellsville, but I have also been serving as one of your assistant Commonwealth attorneys here in Washington County for the past 4.5 years. I've tried cases in this county, tried multiple cases in this county, and I know that everyone is concerned with the drug problem. I think that's an important thing that district judges have a role in. I am passionate about getting involved early because I see as a prosecutor these problems that we face when they come to felony court. I'd like to get involved earlier, prevent those things from happening, as people have said tonight. I would ask that you consider me a great choice for your district judge, and I'd ask for your vote on May 22. Thank you.
District Judge candidate from Campbellsville, Jeremy Ansel Wood.